Hello my correct people, how una dey? Una welcome back to my channel. Greetings to you all my wonderful fans. At this junction now, I am beginning to be very concerned. Yes, I am beginning to be very concerned over this whole issue, because this obsession with Queen May is is getting out of hands. The obsession of grandfather with the notion that Queen May must never leave the Edochies, that she must remain with Yul is getting out of hands. Somebody should check up on grandfather if everything is all right. Maybe this man needs medical evaluation. Let us know if everything is all right upstairs. Let us know whether his the head still dey very correct, because what he is doing lately doesn't make sense. But is there anything that, or is there any sickness or anything that will make somebody to behaving the way this grandfather is behaving? Please look at everything that has happened, everything that is still happening. This man is still going about, visiting native doctors, visiting different shrines in the name of Queen May must never leave Yul. Does it make sense? It feels and it sounds like grandfather is losing it. Sorry to say, but that is how I see this whole matter, as if he don't dey get colomental issues, because the obsession is not is becoming unhealthy. Yeah, let me put it that way. The obsession with the notion or with the idea that Queen May will never leave Yul or should remain in the Edochie's family is getting out of hands. And if it is not checked, grandfather might end up doing something more terrible than he has ever done. Well, some person says, what else can he do that is worse than the eye of that Kambili Chukwu, that innocent child? What else will he do that is worse than that? My fear is that that has already happened. That has already happened. We don't want more tragedy or calamity befalling our queen and her children. That is where my concern is in this whole issue right now, because the way grandfather is going about these things, he will stop at nothing to make sure he achieves his aim, to make sure that whatever is it that he wants is what happens. He will stop at nothing to achieve that. That is my serious concern right now. Now, Yul is grandfather is insisting that Queen May must remain with his son. She must never leave the Edochies. On what ground, if I may ask? So if she remains in that marriage, let's just assume, what happens to Goldiga and her children? Because that was the bone of contention. Was that not the reason why Queen May filed for divorce in the first instance? Not just that Yul cheated on her and got another woman pregnant. She was willing to overlook all that, but she insisted he must right his wrong. What was this righting wrong? She insisted Yul must leave Goldiga. But Yul in his ego and in his, I am the man of the house, you must obey me, you must do whatever I said, I am the head of the family. In that his egoistic nature, he refused, because he feels they paid her bride price, so whatever he wants happens in the marriage. And then she drew back. And when Kambili Chukwu now by, that was when everything became clear that this is more of spiritual battle than physically. And she cannot continue like this, living in fears for the sake of her children. She has to option out to save the other children. Even if she was in pains of losing marriage, losing husband, the first man in her life, he took her virginity, but still, the very first man she has ever known as boyfriend, husband, and everything. That must have been very, very painful for her, but she just have to take that decision in order to save her children. Now, grandfather is saying he cannot allow her to go. I say, hey. That is why I say grandfather must be, going through something. Or is it just that he is that wicked and mean? That is why he's insisting on Queen May remaining in that marriage, because he feels that she has a kind of bruised his ego, as the man. Why would it be the woman they paid her bride price that will be the person calling the shots in the marriage? Why would she be the person that will want to leave, that she can never leave until they free her? Maybe Queen May, bruised his ego when she filed for the divorce, because we heard that grandfather begged and begged her not to go that route, that they will see how they are going to come out of this, that see how they are going to maneuver everything. But they refuse accepting that gold digger will leave you. Nobody is talking about that. What they were telling her was that they will see how they can all live in peace and harmony. How can there be peace with somebody with like gold digger? That is uncouth. She is disrespectful. She is vulgar. She says a lot. She has this aboru character. She will do everything possible to spite Queen May, to pepper her. Why would she live with such a person? They were not considering the mental health of the children. Nobody cares about what she's passing through emotionally and otherwise. What they were telling her is that, they will see how they can all live in peace and harmony. Nobody is saying, okay, gold digger must go. Gold digger should leave. No, they all want to see how they can settle everything. That wasn't what Queen May wanted. Now, my wonderful people, grandfather is saying that she must not leave the Edochies. Before I will continue with this approaches, my people, make a first of all greet to a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to the time and location. If this is your first time of coming across our channel, please hit on the subscription button and smash on the notification bell, so that anytime I drop another hot and spicy approaches, you'll be the first person to be notified. Please do not forget that this information, this update and gist is all alleged. So, my lovely people, it is not a small matter. It is not a small something as it is right now. Grandfather's insistence on Queen May not leaving you is very, very unhealthy. Yes, it's beginning to give me serious concern that something is wrong with grandfather upstairs, because with all these things that is happening, if Queen May were to be his daughter, will he allow or advise her to remain in such a marriage? Now see, but he wants her to remain there with his son, not minding what she has gone through. So my lovely people, make una drop una own contribution in the comment section. Like and share this video. Please do not forget that this information, this update and gist is all alleged based on rumors and speculations making rounds on the social media and on the internet. This is allegedly, my people. I will see you inside my next video. Bye bye.